that govern the remaining shelf life when it comes to allowing products that are supposed to be entering Kenya.
Patrick Amimo, KTN News.
President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to lead a delegation to China in November for the first Shanghai import expo. The delegation will be made up of horticultural farmers and traders, with a number of trade deals expected to be signed. This, however, raises concern among Kenyans on whether this will be yet another trip that will sink them deeper into debt with China, with the latest statistics putting Kenya's debt load at slightly over 5 trillion shillings. Akisa Wandera with more.
In a fortnight or so, President Uhuru Kenyatta will head east in his would-be 4th trip there since he got into office in 2013. This once again confirming that indeed China remains an integral player in his government. Some of the agreements that are expected to be signed at the November Shanghai Import Expo include sanitary and phytosanitary deal that is expected to result into Kenya exporting over 40% of its fresh produce, including avocado, mangoes and cashew nuts, into the expansive Chinese market. This trip, however, comes amid nagging questions on the country's debt burden that currently stands at 5.1 trillion shillings and expected to go higher in the next coming years. As at the end of June 2018, the outstanding total public debt, including publicly guaranteed debt, was 5.1 trillion, an increase of 14.5% from 4.7 trillion at the end of June 2017. On the other hand, domestic debt increased by 17.3% to 2.5 trillion, and the external debt increased by 12% to 2.6 trillion at the end of June 2018 from June 2017. However, it is the debt owed to China that currently stands at 66% of Kenya's bilateral loans, and the president's continued collaboration with the country that continues to cause discomfort among Kenyans and their leaders.
We are not going to allow our own business people, mtu akijaribu kuweka biashara inachomwa. Akienda kama ni nyama kema, unapata muna compete na mchina. We have to redeem our Kenya economically from the chains of foreigners who are coming to take over our economic side of this country.
The November trip is expected to bring back with it goodies in terms of collaborations and perhaps more loans, just like all the other trips to China did in the previous years. In 2013, it was to Beijing that President Kenyatta made his first state visit out of Africa after taking office. That visit resulted in the financing of the first phase of the standard gauge railway from Mombasa to Nairobi. In 2017, the president was among the world leaders invited to the Belt and Road Initiative Forum in Beijing, which Kenya was set to reap from the infrastructure program designed to connect Asia, Europe and Africa through the Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia Transport Lapset Corridor. Just recently, in early September, President Kenyatta made way to the east again for the 2018 China-Africa Summit and secured loans and grants for Kenya through public and private partnership deals worth billions of shillings and more than 230 billion in loans and grants to execute President Kenyatta's Big Four agenda. China's share of Kenya's external debt is currently at 5.5 billion shillings, and with the president making yet another trip there, question is, will the president bring back with him goodies for the Kenyan citizens or plunge them into a debt trap?